All right, let's be honest. The whole college recruiting process can feel like a total maze. You do all the work, you send out those emails, and then what? You wait? And that waiting part, it can be absolutely brutal. But today, we're going to cut right through all that confusion. We're going to give you a super clear, actionable game plan for your follow-up. Let's jump in.
So, you did it. You hit send on those emails to your top choice schools. You've poured so much time and energy into just getting to this point, but then you're met with silence. And that silence can be incredibly stressful, right? You're sitting there wondering, did they even see it? Are they interested? What am I even supposed to do next? Let's tackle that uncertainty head on. Okay, here is the first and maybe the most important thing you need to get straight about following up. It is not about pestering coaches. Not at all. It's about professionally building a relationship. That little mental shift, it's everything. You're not an annoyance, you're a potential asset that they need to get to know. This right here is the golden rule of the entire process. I'm serious. If you can really grab onto this one idea, everything else just kind of falls into place. Your goal isn't just to get noticed for a second. It's to be known and trusted by a potential coach. So what does building a relationship actually mean in a coach's eyes? It's not some vague, fuzzy concept. It means they see you as someone they can actually count on. Are you responsible? Can they trust you? Can you prove that you're a low-risk recruit who's going to be a positive force for their program? Your follow-up is how you answer every single one of those questions without them even having to ask. Okay, so understanding the why is absolutely crucial. Now, let's get into the how. This is a simple, repeatable system, and it's designed to keep you on a coach's radar without driving either one of you crazy. This process pretty much takes all the guesswork out of it. Your first goal is simple: connect with each coach. A good rule of thumb is to try calling about once a week, until you actually do. Once you speak with them and you both agree on a communication plan, you follow their lead. From there, it's all about one thing: consistency, right up until the day you sign that letter. I know what you're thinking, but what do I even say every week? It's a fair question, but trust me, you have plenty of material. Did their team just have a big win? Call and congratulate them. Did you just finish a tournament? Give them an update. And listen, this next point is huge. Update them after the good and the bad performances. It shows so much confidence and maturity. And it's always okay to ask simple logistical questions, like about when they might be making recruiting trips. Just think about this for a second. Any athlete can call a coach to brag about a win. That's easy. But it takes real character to pick up the phone after a tough performance and explain what you learned from it. That single act shows resilience, coachability, and a growth mindset. 3 things that every single college coach is desperately looking for. Now, a plan like this only works if you're organized. Trying to keep all these different calls and emails and contacts straight in your head is just a recipe for disaster. You need a command center. This is such a simple, powerful truth. Organization is not a chore. It's your secret weapon. It's the thing that lets you execute your strategy without any mistakes. It ensures you never miss a deadline or forget a key conversation. And that, right there, is what separates the most serious recruits from everyone else. And look, your command center doesn't need to be complicated. A basic spreadsheet or even just a notebook, that's all it takes. With a simple chart like this one, you know at a single glance who you've talked to, when it happened, and what your very next step is. This is how you transform a totally chaotic process into a manageable system. So what should you actually put in your command center? Well, you start with the obvious stuff, schools and contacts. But then you need to track every communication so you can always refer back to past conversations. Log all the official application deadlines for sure, but also set your own personal deadlines to stay ahead of the game. And finally, keep copies of everything: emails, resumes, videos. Think of it like you're building a complete file on your own recruiting journey. So, we've covered the why, the how, and the tools. The final piece of the puzzle is the mindset. This is your future we're talking about, and you have all the power you need to take full control of this process. This is such a perfect analogy for any athlete. You already know that success in your sport comes from mastering the small things, the fundamentals, the details, right? Well, recruiting is exactly the same. The same discipline you already apply to your game is what's going to lead to success here too. It all really comes down to being proactive. Constantly review what's important to you and be willing to update your list of target schools as you learn more. Remember, you are the one driving this thing. You have to use all your assets, your videos, your resume, your stats, to tell your story effectively until you get to where you want to go. So let's end with this.
Being organized isn't just about making lists. It's a competitive advantage. The work you do now, in your follow-up and in your tracking, that's what will set you apart and help you find the absolute best fit. Your future is on the line. Are you prepared to win it?